Let's continue with our episodes on the theme of love. Last time we talked about investments, and we noticed that investment is not defined by the activity done, but the intentions in that activity. And we defined investment as an activity that is done, efforts that are made, time that is planted, or any energy deployed towards a certain activity with the motive of having it multiplied. That's what we call investment. We notice that investment is not the activity but the motive. Somebody's investment may be somebody's leisure, someone else's leisure, or someone's leisure may be somebody's else investment, right? Because let's say I'm a language interpreter. When I go to play football over the weekends, it is leisure. But somebody else goes in the weekends to play football as investment because they're looking forward to become an international, a professional football player. So the two of us are different. Okay? I go and play music. I use my guitar to play music, and I take it as leisure. It's something that goes in between my activities, my major activities. But there is somebody who takes a guitar and plays as the major activity. This is something he's planning to use in the future to earn his living. So you understand that it's only the intention and not the activity. So we talked about investment and we said those people you love, you should invest in them. But now, something important. Is there any cost related to investment? Is there a cost? I will say yes. There is always a cost into investment. You cannot invest unless there is something you're putting in there. Investing, in our previous episode, we said it's like planting. So you cannot invest nothing. You must invest something because you can't plant nothing. You must plant something. You must plant something. And what you plant is called a seed. Okay? What you plant is called a seed because that is what will multiply. For example, you were a husband and you are trying to make all efforts so that there may be peace in the house. You have a wife who has always had problems with you going watch football outside home late hours. And you are that person who enjoys football matches so much. So what is that seed that you're planting? It may be stopping watching football or stopping to go to watch with your friends somewhere else and start watching it at home. That is a cost you have paid. You have paid your own leisure, your personal activities that make you happy and make you feel belonging. You have given it up so that you can be with your wife and children in peace. That is a cost already. If you're investing in your daughter, she's going to school and she will do maybe, let's say, 12 years of education, spending 5 currencies per month. You will understand by the 12 years you have spent 12 times 5 currencies. And that is a cost, okay? Maybe taking your child, your son, to school every day, walking with them to school. It is a cost that you have paid. There is that slip that you're leaving out so that you can take the time to take that child at school. That is already investment. So investment always comes at a cost. But is that cost always evaluated? Sometimes no. Sometimes these costs cannot be evaluated. There is always everyone investing in something. But the problem is that people's minds and hearts are always attached to material things that we call money. So they monetize everything. And that's where sometimes you find like you're not seeing the cost that other people are paying. You find like in church, of course, there are many activities in church that happen. The pastor is doing something. The choir is doing something. The ushers are doing something. The evangelists are doing something. But you may find that everyone is focusing on the pastor, seeing that they're the ones who are paying the biggest price. But it may be possible that there is some elder in the church who is paying the price, who is carrying all the burden of the church, and who is guiding. Okay? But we are not seeing that. We are seeing this person. The same way we must be in a family where there is a father, a mother, and children. Children will always see who brings food. They see a plate of food being brought by mom. There is 2 pieces of meat, 1 piece of cheese. They're seeing see this and this and this, and they're happy. Mom gives us food. They don't know this food, it has been harvested by the father. The father has gone toiling day and night so they can get food. So they don't see that. And that's what we call the price of investment. Sometimes your price you have paid in investment may not be seen. And more so, it's when you're investing in people you love. Because you're talking about love. When you're investing in people you love, there is a highest price to pay. And that price may be love itself. You love somebody. All of us have been children. You remember there is a certain time that you want to do some things which now you consider irrelevant. At that time, you wanted to do them as a form of leisure. You were pleased to play in such things, and your parents were saying, no, you can't do this. No, you can't go here. No, you can't. And we thought our parents never loved us, right? Because we were children. We didn't know that. We ended up not loving our parents. We ended up feeling like I wish I was not with them at this moment. But that is because we did not know what they were trying to do to us, okay? Our wisdom wasn't able to discern their intentions. What they were doing was investment, okay? But we did not understand that, and that is one of the costs. You may end up being hated by your family members just because you're trying to put them in line, okay? Your wife may hate you. Your husband may hate you. Your brother may hate you. Sister may hate you. Your neighbor may hate you. The people you lead may hate you because you're trying to put them in the right way. And for them, they just want you to do what they want so that they can cheer you up. But I will tell you, a leader is always a leader. A leader is not led by those he leads. He is the one who leads them. So sometimes you ought to take decisions that will not make them happy. And them revolting against you, them not liking you, may be the price to pay. And mind you, you may end up even being killed trying to invest. You may end up being killed. That's how politicians were killed, and today we call them heroes. They were killed by our own people. Okay? We know Patrice Emery Lumumba. We know Kwame Nkrumah. We know all the Nelson Mandelas, how they ended up in prison. You found that they were betrayed by us, thinking they're doing things that are not right just because we were hooked up to just things that we could see close to us, and we could not see what they envisaged in the long run. We killed them, and that is the ultimate price they paid so that we could have freedom as Africans. So you not always invest and you're happy to invest. Always investment is the saddest part of life. Anyone who is investing is never happy, and we are only happy when we are harvesting. I think I have been in places where I have noticed some agriculture processes, and I will tell you, always planting is the hardest time. Investing is the hardest time. You will have your kilogram of beans. That kilogram of beans, you can cook and eat it for 3 days. But you'll have to starve yourself and go to bury it. You put it in the ground, you're not sure of what will happen in the ground. You bury it there, it rots, then it springs. When it springs and you see in the morning that plant yielding the green leaves, you feel like there is some hope. But of course, you don't know what will happen tomorrow. Will it rain? And the flood takes it away? Will it be drought? Maybe the sun will burn the plant? Will animals come and maybe destroy the plantation? You don't know, but that is investment you're doing. You don't know what will happen, but it's after 3 or 4 months that the plants yield, they bring fruits. And when you come to harvest, that's when you're joyous, because the 1 kilogram of seeds that you put in the ground, you're now harvesting 10 times, 3 times, 5 times, 20 times, 100 times. That's how investment is. There is always a cost to pay. There's always a cost to pay when it comes to investment. And when you're investing in love, be sure of that. You want your wife to be in the good line. You want her to give you respect. You want her to honor her name. You want her to have good reputations. She won't like it in the start, but maybe it's after 20 years that she will know what you meant. You want your husband to be in the good lines. You don't want him to be here and there playing with skirts, showing his nudity to every girl in the streets, getting disrespect. He may not understand it now, but maybe in the future when he will pursue political careers, or maybe he will want to do something that needs a background check, that's when he will know what you told him 20 years ago was important. You want your child to go to school, to finish college, to have a good paying job. It's not easy at the start. He may not listen to you. She may not listen to you. But when at the end, after abusing you, disrespecting you, running away from home, maybe for 1 week, and getting you suffering, and they start having, you'll be happy, and you'll not remember the pain you went through when they were not listening to you. So, investment in love is true, but it's not free of charge. You have a price to pay. My name is Amadou Salongo Jean-Pierre. I love you so much, and we will continue next time discussing, maybe we can talk about the stages of investment and the risks and commitments in investment. When we're talking about love is too wide, and I know we will talk about a lot of other things. Those ones who speak French, your French version will come soon. Thank you, and have a good one. Bye.